Borough President Antonio Reynoso. We have a lot of activities going on that's going to be taking place, but right now, I'd like to formally give a warm introduction to our Deputy Brooklyn Borough President, Kimberly Council, and a warm, big reception and applause for our Brooklyn Borough President, Antonio Reynoso.
All right. Good afternoon, Brooklyn. Is Brownsville in the house? All right. First and foremost, my name is Antonio Reynoso, and I'm the president of the greatest borough in the city of New York, which is Brooklyn. And I'm so happy to be here today with you all, celebrating and making sure that we come together as a village. I want to say that right now there's a deep crisis in maternal health in the city of New York, and the crisis of maternal health is even larger in Brooklyn. And until we don't stand up and do something about it in a meaningful way, Black women will continue to die at a rate that is disproportionate to their white counterparts. And that is an injustice. That is something that is completely unnecessary, and we have ways that we can solve for that problem. So we started this initiative specifically to help Black women here in Brooklyn. And now, we want to do more than just make sure that they have a comfortable environment in the public hospitals that they're in. We want to do more than ensuring that doctors understand that when a Black woman needs help, they show up, they listen, and they respond. But what we're doing here today is the village aspect of maternal health. Some of us might be living in Brooklyn all alone. Some of us might not have an auntie or a grandma or a sister to be able to help us through these times. But it doesn't matter, because you have Brooklyn. Brooklyn is going to show up for you, and we wanted to throw this community baby shower to show you that you're not alone and that we're all family here in Brooklyn. I want to give a special thanks to Public Health Solutions. Can we give them a round of applause for showing up? I want to give Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield a round of applause as well. And we got a special surprise for everybody that came here, and they might have been here walking, they might have gotten here in train. Lyft is giving you guys special codes so that you can go home at a discounted rate from here. So we're gonna have a ride for everybody here. So if you have Lyft, we got special codes for you all so you can get home comfortable. Yes, we don't want you taking the train with all this good stuff. I want to say that this is the beginning of the work that we want to do. The work that we're doing here today is recognizing the need to support women across the board in Brooklyn, but specifically Black women that are more at risk to die during childbirth here in Brooklyn. What you see here are gifts from the community. Everyone here is leaving with a bag, with a box, with another bag. We're gonna make sure you go home very happy and that you feel that we supported you here today. I'm gonna say a few words in Spanish, and then I'm gonna let the great Reverend Kim Council, my Deputy Borough President, say a few words. Un orgullo poder estar aquí con toditos ustedes en este momento. Nosotros sabemos muy claramente que cuando viene con el caso, el tema de maternidad, que muchas mujeres afroamericanas y latinas sufren más que las mujeres blancas. Nosotros no nos dan la misma dignidad, el mismo respeto que le dan a otra persona aquí en este estado y en este condado. Yo quiero asegurar que ustedes se sientan que estamos entre familia aquí en Brooklyn. Puede ser que llegaron de otro país, pueden ser que no tienen una tía o una abuela, que la familia le falta. Queremos que se sientan que la familia de ustedes es Brooklyn. La familia de ustedes está aquí con ustedes. Nunca se sientan solos, siéntense que están entre familia y por eso es que estamos tirando este baby shower hoy para ustedes, para que salgan aquí con unos cuantos regalos de parte de Brooklyn, su familia. And I'm going to leave it with something that is deeply important and informs all the work we do. It comes from the words of one of our greatest prophets here in Brooklyn, the great Biggie Smalls, the notorious B.I.G., Christopher Wallace, who said, spread love is the Brooklyn way, and that's what we're doing here every single day. Thank you so much. And now, one of the most powerful speakers in all of Brooklyn, a woman that doesn't need any introduction, the great Reverend Kim Council, your Deputy Borough President, to close us out. This is eventually, yeah.
Thank you so much. Let's give a shout out to the Brooklyn Borough President, the Honorable Antonio Reynoso. A lot of people make promises, very few people keep their promises. And I remember when we were running for office, he was like, maternal mortality is horrible in Brooklyn, and I want to make Brooklyn the safest place for women to give birth. So let's give a shout out to RBP for putting his money where his mouth was. I'm so glad to be here today, but I also want to take a second and thank the partners who helped to make this possible. I went to the VP early on and I said, there's these organizations that community service is a part of our mandate. And so we reached out to them and they showed up and showed out. So a very special thank you to all of the members of the Divine Nine. We have 12 Divine Nine chapters in Brooklyn. So we want to shout out Sigma Gamma Rho. We want to shout out Zeta Phi Beta. They got 3 chapters in Brooklyn. We want to shout out Phi Beta Sigma. They're not here, but they definitely contributed. There's 2 chapters of Delta Sigma Theta, East Kings County. Oh, East Kings County is in the house. They're here. They came and they interrupted their chapter meetings to be here. We also want to shout out the Brooklyn Alumni chapter of Delta Sigma Theta. We also want to shout out the Alphas, the Kappas, the Qs, Omega Psi Phi, and most definitely my organization, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, the 2 Brooklyn chapters, Delta Rho Omega and Psi Lambda Omega. We also want to thank Met Council. Met Council has done an amazing job. Shout out to them. Shout out to the Brooklyn Diaper Project. Yeah. The Brooklyn Book Bodega. Come on, let's give them some love. All of the organizations that are here that are tabling, DOHMH and the Brooklyn Parent Support. We are incredibly grateful for our host here at Van Dyke Community Center. Shout out to Van Dyke. Is Van Dyke in the building? Yeah. Who's from Brownsville? We never ran, we never will. Shout out to Brownsville Parks and Recreation for partnering with us. And a special shout out to the staff at Borough Hall who worked tirelessly in order to put this event together. We are incredibly grateful that the VP has this vision, he can cast it, and the team makes it happen. God bless you all. And a very special shout out to the Maternal Mortality Taskforce with Dr. Wendy Wilcox.
Let's get back to the music. We have some workshops that we want you guys to be a part of. There's food if you need it, and we'll be making sure that you get on your way with the gifts of the baby shower today. Again, love you all. Thank you so much for being here. God bless you all.